Well. Hope you've got the notification, everyone. Sunday Adelaja here, Kyiv, Ukraine. Who is going to be the first person who I will welcome today first? Good evening. Shegun Fatumo, Your Highness. Elizabeth Ali, blessing. Oyinye Okoro. Now I got to know you. She Sandra, Modupe Ajulo, Nkiro Ojimadu, Shigo Wafo, Lemi Benga, Samuel Olutunde, Liz, how is Kenya? Joshua Vijayakumar, Julius Osime, E.D. Peter, Bukola Adedoyin, Raphael Peter, Lola Shoronke, Shegun Lawal. Welcome everyone. Nice to meet all of you. Thank you for coming. Now we are going to start the teaching today. Before we start, I would like to encourage you to go ahead and find the share button. Every one of us have that. Let's go find the share button, and I want to encourage you to go share the link. Nkiru is saying you are like the sun in that shirt. Thank you. Yep. So let's go find our share button. I will encourage you to go do that as fast as possible so that we could begin our transmission quick enough to so that we could we could begin the teaching on time. So here we are. If you have shared the link already, well, let's start. You are always in a journey with Pastor Sunday, isn't it? I'm sure you are convinced of that by now. You are convinced of that Pastor Sunday is always taking people on a journey. Okay, here we are. We continue our journey. And the topic of today's message on its own is a journey. It symbolizes journey all by itself. Okay. All right, here we go. So our message for today is a picture of your life's metamorphosis. A picture of your life's metamorphosis. A picture of your life's metamorphosis. That is the message of today. A picture of your life's metamorphosis. A picture of your life's metamorphosis. All right, you all know what metamorphosis is, isn't it? It's involving and growth in change, the transformation that occurs and the changes that occur through life. It's the transformation, the changes and transformation that occurs through life. So metamorphosis, I'm going to be talking about your own metamorphosis today. And I don't just want to talk about your own metamorphosis, but I want to paint you a picture of that metamorphosis. And to help you to regain your life back, to take your life back, and to begin to live. My mission today in today's message is actually an attempt to help you stop dreaming, but to start living. Most of us, and not just we that are here today, but most people in the whole wide world, we only succeed in living in dreams. We never come out of the dream world into living our dream in real life. So the dream life is the reality that many people are familiar with. And that reality is deceptive, is illusional, and if you want, is delusional. So that reality of living in hope and dream that one day things will get better, I think it's something that most people are familiar with. Don't tell me that you are not familiar with the fact that you have been living in dreams and hope that one day something will happen. Something will happen that will make life better. Something must happen. My life will change for the better. Somebody will come from somewhere. Some blessings will come. Some miracles will come. God will do something. Or somebody will do something. Some relatives will come from England where you are and suffering, and you are waiting for somebody to come from America. And then you are in America and waiting that somebody will come from Africa. And then people in Africa are waiting that somebody will come from Europe. And then you are in Europe and waiting that somebody will come from somewhere. Most of us are just living in our dreams, in our anticipations, in our hope. Most of the world, 99% of our world, never know how to get out of those kind of dreams. They never really get out of it. And they keep on hoping. If you are a woman, most likely you are hoping that I will get a good husband, that somebody will come and pick me up. Then maybe you eventually marry. Then the hope is dashed because maybe it's not as good after all. Or maybe it's not bad, but it's not as satisfactory as you had thought. Some people, especially those in Africa, are hoping that one day I'll be able to travel out. I'll be able to travel. If I could travel, my dream has come to pass. It's a circle of hope and dream. Dream, dream, dream. And many of you who are in Europe and America right now watching me, and you have left your own home countries, it's because of dream. You have chased your dream to where you are right now. But even where you are, you have discovered that now that you are in that dream, you are still in illusion. Now you are in Europe, now you have left your country, but you have still not started living. Most people never start to live. Most people never get to begin to even live. And maybe you have not even started to live yet. Your life has not started yet. You have not begun to live your ideal life, your ideal dream, your ideal aspiration, your ideal hope. You have not started to live yet. You've not started to live yet. You have not started to live yet, even though you have always dreamt of living. That is what has happened to most of our parents. Most of our parents engaged themselves, got themselves involved in marriage. Our mothers were giving out in marriage, hoping that they will give birth to children. No, when they first of all were giving out in marriage, going to marry, thinking that that is their fairy tale time, and that through marriage they will come to fulfillment, and their dreams of good life will begin in marriage. Then they discover that marriage is a challenge, and that marriage is a struggle, and that marriage is more complex, and it's more difficult to be married than to be single. They discover that marriage gives you more challenges, more problems, more adversaries than being single. So what do? They keep on dreaming. And we too are like that, because most of the people who are watching me right now, you two are parents already. And as parents, you have confronted with the reality of what I'm talking about. Now that you are married, and you know that marriage, the dream is not coming to pass, and you are just struggling and fighting and keep on struggling and fighting, so fighting for survival. Now the next point of dream is we are going to have kids. And once we have kids, we're just going to be good, happy, and start to live. Well, most of you already have those kids. So what? What have you discovered, my friends? Well, you probably discovered that no, you don't start to live because you have kids. Kids, they come with even more troubles, even more challenges, because they come with greater responsibilities. Your life is becoming more driven, more demanding, more stressed, and more sapped. So, you think you must make more money, and you are dreaming of making it and beginning to live. So you go to school and get more education and get better education, first degree, second degree, and you are dreaming of making it. They tell you to study hard and work hard, then you will make it. And you've been working hard, studying hard, struggling hard. But you cannot just get out of that state of just dreaming about it. When will I stop dreaming about it, just dreaming about it, and begin to live it? When will the living begin? When will the dreaming about it stop? Most of us, we cannot just stop and come out of the circle, the vicious circle of dreaming, Today, by God's grace, I want to help you, together with all the messages I've taught you this week, to learn to come out of that dream world, that vicious circle of dreams and hope, into the real life of making things happen for yourself, into the real life of course taking your life into your own hands, and into the real life of constructing for yourself the kind of life that you had always dreamt only about. It might be high time for you to stop dreaming and start living. But I will take you through the metamorphosis of your life. Do you know why churches in Africa are jam-packed? Do you know why churches, not just in Africa, all over the world, in America, everywhere, you know why churches are jam-packed? Because of dreams. People are dreaming. People go to church mainly not to learn how to construct their lives. My God. The churches have been redeemed into dream centers. Churches have been redeemed into hope centers. Churches have been redeemed into illusion centers. Churches have been redeemed into mirage centers, where we only hope and dream, and we never see them come to pass. We only see one thing come to pass. We see ourselves getting old and older and older. We see that come to pass. We see that we come to church at 20. And the next thing we realize, we're already 25. Then the next thing we realize, we're already 35. Then the next thing we realize, we're already 45. That's the only thing that comes to pass. The one you never dreamt about, because you never dreamt about getting old. But that is exactly the dream that comes to pass. But the dream of the good life that you have dreamt about doesn't come to pass. And church is about going to church these days. These days, going to church is just about going to hope. That's why we love miracles so much. Because we are living by hope. We are living on a dream. Then let me ask you a question then. Did your parents ever go to church? Your grandparents? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? How long have they been going to church? How long have they been going to church? Have they been going to church for 20 years? The only thing that has happened in that 20 years is they're still where they were. The only thing that has changed is, you guess what? Gray hair, weak body, and eventually coffins, burials. frustration, they now begin to have another dream that, okay, we didn't make it. We didn't really see the better world that we dreamt of. We didn't see the better life that we dreamt of. We didn't see the kingdom of God that we dreamt of. We didn't see the things that we dreamt of. But they keep on dreaming and now pass across that dream on their children. The burden of that dream rests on their kids. And they now begin to dream that, okay, whoever we couldn't become or whatever we couldn't become, maybe our kids will become them one day. Maybe, okay, maybe it's worth to keep on dreaming and keep on living, hoping that maybe our children will become this, our children will become that. Then the children get to school, they go get a job, they keep on dreaming, they start dreaming, and they get a job, they finish university, nothing came to pass, and they begin to think about their children, that maybe they will begin to live their dream one day. And you know what happens? That the grandparents begin to dream that maybe the grandchildren will give us the dream and make our dream come to pass. It's a metamorphosis. It's a metamorphosis of lives, broken dreams, broken hearts. And you discover that, I can't believe it, I'm 40. I can't believe I'm 50. I can't believe it, I'm 50. I can't believe it. And you know that there was a time when you dreamt of doing something significant. You know that there was a time you wanted to do something significant. Now, the reality that has come on you is the futility and the brutality of reality. Somebody said, well, thank God for hope. If not for hope, we would not have had the power to live, which is true. Hope has its benefits. But why should you just live in the world of hope? Why should you just live in the world of dreams when you could become skillful in the real world of creating your dream? In the real world of bringing your dream to come to pass. Why should you keep on dreaming when you could be taught to transform dream into reality? Why should you keep on hoping when you could be given the knowledge, the know-how, the principles of how to make your dream come to pass? God have mercy. God have mercy. God have mercy. God have mercy. That is why God created the church. God created His church so that we will not just dream, but we will bring the kingdom of God to pass on the earth. So that we will not just pray, but so that we will make the kingdom of God come to pass. So that the kingdom of God will be seen in us. He said the kingdom of God is in you. It's not just in heaven. Don't just dream of going to the kingdom of God in heaven. Don't just dream of dying and going to live a better life in heaven. In the kingdom of God that is in heaven. Sometime in heaven. No! You could experience the kingdom of God today. Jesus already said that. The kingdom of God could be experienced here on the earth. It is in you. Don't dream only. Experience it. Don't just dream. Don't just hope. Begin to experience it. Let your heaven begin from here on the earth. However, if you want that phenomenon to change for you, if you want to come out of the vicious circle of dreams and hope, oh my God, help us. If you want to come out of that vicious circle, my friends, If you want to come out of that vicious circle of dreams and hope, oh God, if you want to come out of that vicious circle of hope and dreams, that's why you should not just do things mechanically and traditionally and just going through the motions. You need to find, not just go to church, not just religiously. You need to find somebody, a mentor, a pastor, whoever, somebody who knows how to do it, who knows the key, who knows the principle, and who could hold you by the hand or give you concrete instructions on how to stop dreaming and begin to live. That's why you are here today. You need somebody to touch, to help you, give you principles of life, and teach you the possibilities of what you can do. Not just wait on God to come do it for you. Not just put all the burden on God. Not just sit down there and hoping that God is going to come down from heaven when God has already made all the provision for you for everything you need to begin to live, and you still waiting on God to come do it for you. That's why we all need a leader. That's why we all need leaders. That's why we all need mentors or pastors that are tuned into God, that knows the mind of God, that know the ways of God, and will be able to give you line by line, step by step, precept by precept, how to begin to construct your life and make meaning of your life once again. That's number one thing you need to do. Find somebody who could take you by the hand, who you could learn from. Someone who you know speaks exactly things that will take you out of that dream world into the real world of constructing and making your life happen. That's number one. Number two, make sure that, it's not make sure. Just let me tell you this. Make sure that you run away from all those bondages, from all those traditions, or from all those illusions, or from all those vanities and frivolities and religiosity and tradition that are just holding you down. All those things that are just holding you down and keeping you, captive and making you to stay there and, to just keep on doing the same thing you've ever been doing, that your parents were doing, that everybody around you is doing. Just go to church, just go and pray, just go and wait for miracle, just go and hope, just go and do this. Stop the vicious circle. Stop it yourself. Run away from their circles. Yesterday I spoke to a lady. She's in England. And she told me, Pastor, I don't know how to tell you this, and I don't know if you ever understand me or not. I said, what happened? He said, since I started listening to you, each time I go to my church, she has a church she's going to. Each time I go to that church, I just realized that I'm listening to just garbage, just rubbish. They're just rubbish. These people are just killing me. They're just killing my time. This is a child's play. They're just like kids playing on the sound by the sea. These people are just not serious. She said, I endured it. I tried to keep on going there for 1 month, 2 months, and I just keep on saying that these people are not adding anything to me. They are not adding value to me. I don't know what they are doing. What are they doing here? Why are they just killing people's life, just manipulating? She said, I began to see all the manipulations, the deceptions, and all that. And she said, Pastor, I don't know how to tell you this, but I just know I need to do this. I said, what? She said, I must stop the vicious circle. I stopped going to church, she said. She said, but the problem is not stopping to go to church. Everybody starts just putting all kind of pressure on me. Oh, you're backsliding, you are living in sin, something is wrong. We have to pray for you. We have to start prayer, warrior of prayer, whatever, deliverance or whatever, courses or what happened, this happened, that happened, all kind of thing. And she said, I cannot even pick up my telephone anymore because it's just like terrorizing me now. And she said, but I know I've gone to that church for years and nothing has changed in my life. I mean, I'm just at peace now. And she told me, this is the first Sunday I've not gone to church in so many years. And this Sunday, I decided to go and see a woman who is my old friend. And I went and just began to minister to this lady. And I spent to spend time with her, an unbelieving lady, and she called me back and said, my life had changed just by you coming to visit me. She said, before, I would not even dare go to see an unbelieving friend. I would not even go to the house of an unbeliever. I was the holy one over there. I was only supposed to be with the saints. And how would I live a Sunday? But she said, but that Sunday that I didn't go to church, I had got the first fruit in my life as a Christian. A disciple. Somebody is ready to follow me now. And who wants to listen to me, who wants to be discipled by me. While all the years I've been going to church, they've been telling me, go evangelize, go do this, go do that. And nothing was working out. Now I have this Sunday, this one day, that I could use to begin to do what I know is right to do. And she said now she has a all class of plans that she has. So now I have time for myself. Now I have time, not for the body, but for my vision. Now I began to have time to begin to at least build my life from the scratch. If you want to come out of that dream world, you must take some hard decision. As you need to surround yourself only with the people that add value to you, that push you towards your goal, your mission, and your calling in life. And you must be strong enough to say, I'm tired. No, I give up. I need to do what is right. The churches have got to get it right. If those churches that don't get it right, they will be empty soon. The churches must begin to add value to people. The churches must stop saying that you are only here to build the vision of the pastor, that you are only here to that you cannot have your own vision. If you have your own vision, it is the vision and all that. All that's kind of rubbish. The churches must begin to say, no, you must have your own vision. And we're here to help you have your own vision. And that, we are here to help you have your own vision. And we're here to equip you to have your own vision. Not just to have your own vision, we are going to equip you to actually attain your own vision. We are going to put our resources behind you to attain and become who God wants you to become. But you see, that religion is just one thing that is keeping us in that dream, in that illusion world of dreams and, just hope. And tomorrow your breakthrough will come. Or maybe today that you miss the church is the day your breakthrough will come. Maybe it's today that you don't come, you don't show up, that some miracle will come. But you've been waiting for it for 10 years, or for 5 years, or for 2 years, and it has not come. It's that world of mirage, of that world of deception and manipulation, and just control and all kind of thing. But it's not just the church. The church is just one way and one circle like that. Another circle is our families. Our families, go marry, or go get a kid, go get a husband, go get a wife, or go get children, or go get this. Then you begin to live. They need to teach you practical steps. They need to teach you real principles of life. They need to, let you go create your life instead of just hoping that, some good man will come, or some good wife or woman will come, or you get married to a rich family, or to a well-to-do husband, to a well-to-do this, or your children will grow up, they will become ministers, they will become this and that. It's a dream world. It's time to come out of that dream world and become yourself. Take the bulls by the horn and begin to live. Now, let me show you a picture of your life's metamorphosis. So before I say that, let me say another thing. Let me tell you another thing. This is a principle. Let me give you a few principles. Number one principle. If nothing is changing in your life, if nothing has changed for a long time, if nothing has changed yet, you know why? It's because for something to change, you need to change. If you don't change, remember, nothing changes. If you keep on doing the same thing, having the same lifestyle, going through the same vicious circle, the same circle, and doing the same, practicing the same thing, and doing all the same thing, having the same information, and just being in the same environment, I'm sorry. That vicious circle of hope and dream might never end in your life. You will never really begin to live. You want something to change? You want your life to change for better? It will not until you change. It won't. It won't. I'm sorry. Sad. It's sad to say that, but I just have to tell you the truth. Your life won't change. You're hoping that things will get better? They won't get better. Things don't just get better by themselves. Things only get better when we change and begin to force the arms of events to make things get better. If you don't change the things you've been hearing, the things you've been listening to, the things that you've been doing, the things that you've been practicing, things will not automatically begin to change. You know, that's just it. That's just it. You want change? Change something in your life. Change something in your surrounding. Change something in what you're hearing. Change something in, the people you surround yourself with. Your life will remain in that vicious circle. Your life will remain a life of hope and just dream until you change something. Now, let's talk about the vicious circle, the metamorphosis of your life. I'm going to paint a picture to you now. This picture, I'm going to say, is a picture of, but you will be able to understand what I mean. You'll be able to understand what I mean, okay? It's this same kind of thing happened to all of us. We all went through this, and some of us are still going through this. Let me paint you the picture of your life's metamorphosis. Your picture of dreams, illusions, hopes, how it has metamorphosized over the years. Number one, you want to follow me? Number 1 point. You remember when you were 7 years old? I'm sure you had some dreams. When you were 7 years old, most likely you dreamed of dancing on some stages, singing on some stages. Maybe not. Maybe you dreamt of becoming the president of your nation. Maybe not. Maybe you dreamt of becoming an astronaut. But there are every 5-year-old, every 7-year-old kid, every 5-year-old kid has some of the purest dreams. And the thing about the dreams of a 5-year-old is not just the purity, but the assurance, the pure assurance that is just how it's going to be. Things are going to be exactly the way I'm saying it. Things are going to be exactly the way I'm dreaming it to be. You had that in your life. Yes, I'm sure many of you don't even remember that anymore. I'm sure you don't even remember what you dreamt about, even if you ever dreamt or not. But you did dream. Maybe you never even said it to anyone. Maybe you never even pronounced it with your mouth. But you had a dream. You dreamt of becoming something, of having your world under your own control, of being in charge, about soaring and really living. You know, that dream has just remained a dream. Maybe it has even died. Maybe it's even been forgotten and buried. But still, one thing that is certain is you have still not started to live that dream. Only 1% of people actually live out their dreams. Maybe 3%. Others, they are still chasing after the illusion of those dreams and hopes. But let me tell you, the next point you want to note is that at the age of 18, something happens. Now, between the age of, by the age of 18, that little baby, which is you, that had this pure dream of being on top of the world, that little baby that had this pure dream of living like Papa and Mama, living like Daddy and Mommy, living, and maybe even making Daddy and Mommy happy, and maybe even making them proud. That kid, that little kid that dreamt of being on top of our world. You know what? By the age of 18, a metamorphosis has taken place. At 18, a metamorphosis has taken place. At 18, a metamorphosis has taken place. What metamorphosized? When you are that little kid, when that little kid is 18, from dreaming to be dancing on the stage, or from dreaming to becoming the president of our nation, of his nation, from dreaming to becoming the next astronaut that they are showing on TV, that little kid has been reduced at 18 to just dreaming of getting an admission into college. Maybe the dream is to just get a degree. Metamorphosis has taken place. Now, that same kid, still the same person, the same name, the same person, but by 18, the big dream that the world is under my feet, I could become anything. Nothing is impossible. The world is at my feet. I could become anything. That dream has gone. And that dream is disappeared, evaporated, and that sense of having everything under control has been shattered. Why? The dream has become, I need to get admission to somewhere, some faculty or some degree where I will be able to get a good salary or average salary or good job. I need to get a degree or get an admission so that I could come out and get a good job. It's now about making a good salary. It's now about getting a good job. It's now about maybe getting a boyfriend or getting a girlfriend. It's now about some people it has been reduced to living home. That I must do something to live home. Maybe I must go and get a job. The dream now is to go and get a job so that they will live home, so that they will run away from Papa and Mama, so that they will go to college and live home and not see Mommy and Daddy anymore, so that they will. So the dream now is about becoming independent. The dream now is about becoming free from the control of everybody else. The dream now is about getting college degree. The dream now is about getting salary. The dream now is about job. What happened? Still dreaming. But when you are 5 years old or 7 years old, you are pure. You are closer to your source. You are closer to your creator. You are closer to where you are coming from. You are closer to what you are sent here to do and by who sent you here to do it. But between 5 years old or 7 years old and 18 years old, the world has introduced you, the world system has introduced you to its harsh reality. And you have been reprogrammed. You have been reprogrammed that, no, you cannot. No, forget about that. What's been president? President, no. Astronaut, no. Astronaut, you are, no. Only few people become astronauts. You have been reprogrammed. To dance on the stage, no, you don't have the figure. You are not slim enough. You cannot be a ballet dancer. No, you are not tall enough. You are not slim enough. You are not this. You are not this. No. Then some people will even say, oh, don't waste your time. Get serious. Get doing something serious. Do something practical. Get something where they will pay you your salary, where you get a good job. Where you get a degree and you'll be able to take in good salary and get a boyfriend, girlfriend, and marry and take care of them. And what happens? The vicious circle of life has taken over. the frivolity of life has overthrown the purity of that dream. The triviality of life, just running after emptiness, just running after the mirage, just the illusion of life has taken over, and then the mentality of humans, the people's thought life has taken over, and you think it is you. It is not you. It is everybody else. It is your environment. It is people around you that have reprogrammed you. They have stolen you from yourself. They have stolen you from your life. They have separated you from your life, from your dream, from your vision. The life has deceived you and has captured you, captivated you, and you have lost your life, and you keep on dreaming, but dreaming now not about what you are sent here to do. Dreaming about anything just to make a living. Because life, unfortunately, is all about trying to make a living, trying to to survive, and trying to just get by. But God didn't create you just to get by, my friend. God did not create you to just make a living. God didn't create you to just hardly make it. God didn't create you to just try to survive. He created you with a mission, with an assignment. Definite, concrete assignment. And he who created you knows that you are able to cope with it, that you are able to deal with it, that you are able to fulfill that dream and assignment. Only for you not to follow all the noises of your world, all the deceptions of the world, all the distractions of the world, and all the illusions and the myth and the mirage of this world. But many of us, unfortunately, we've been deceived, and we just follow what is around us. That's why you must take charge of your life. You must stop. That's why you must stop and do an inventory. I spoke about inventory yesterday. If you didn't listen to the message on inventory, go listen to it. If you did not listen to the message I've been teaching about, this morning I spoke about take your life back. Go listen to it. I mean, they are on my Facebook page. They are on my SundayAdelajablog.com. Go to SundayAdelajablog.com, the video blog. Go to the playlist and, listen to all the things you've missed. Or go to YouTube, Sunday Adelaja Official, and go to the playlist and listen to what you've missed. So by 18, we are now, rather than being heavenly focused, rather than being purely focused on destiny, on what is coming from within you. Because when you are 5 years old or 7 years old, you are dreaming about the thing that was coming from inside of you. So instead of us living for what is coming from inside, instead of us living from within, outside, from inside towards outside, we now have been reprogrammed. Metamorphosis has taken place. We have now shut down our inner intuition and our inner leading, and we are now oriented towards outside, towards what everybody is saying, and we now begin to use the outside world to create our world instead of creating our world from within. Now, but listen to what happened at 24. At 24, that same girl, that same little baby, that same little boy that was 7 years old and dreaming of becoming an astronaut or becoming a president or becoming a dancer. At 24, instead of, now you finish your university, now you've got your degree, you're still dreaming, but that dream has metamorphosized again. Metamorphosis of your life. From dreaming to become the president, to dreaming to just get a good degree and a good job. Now you are dreaming of, I'll get some loan. How could I get some loan? I need to get some loan. I need to get some loan to get an apartment. I need to buy my own apartment. I need to get some loan to get my apartment. I must get some credit for an apartment. I must get some credit, financial loan. I must get an apartment. And then I must take a mortgage for a house, or mortgage for a home, or mortgage for an apartment, or mortgage for my car. I need to get a loan for my car. That is your dream now. How come? That is impossible. That is crazy. functional, dreaming of dancing like a ballet dancer on the stage. How come? What happened? What has happened? Because you have come to agree that you are not in charge, that you cannot become anything you want to become anymore. You have come to agree that life is not in your hands, that you are not in control. You have come to agree with the deceptions and the manipulation of life, the illusion that you know your place, you should know your place, that you can only go thus far, that you should only struggle, that life is just about struggle, life is just about trying to make it. But really, God created you to be able to become who He created you to become. He gave you everything needed for you to become who you needed to become. He put all the talents, He put all the capacity, all the capacities, all the abilities, all the skills. He put even the right temperament, everything that is needed. He had built everything in you to become who you could become until you began to learn and to try to live the adult life and become everybody and listen to everybody else and stop following the leading of your mind, of your spirit, of your heart, and of the purity of your heart. We have lost that purity at this time. We are now just gauging our possibilities by our surrounding, by our realities. From 7-year-old dreaming of becoming the president to 18-year-old and now dreaming of getting a good degree and a college education, to 24, now that you are now dreaming of getting loan or mortgage to get something settled. You want to settle down. That becomes your dream now. What has happened to the great dream? Metamorphosis of life. Metamorphosis of your life. And things that do this to us are things that are closest to us. Family, schools, world system, religion, church, pastors, friends, peer pressure. That's why one of the greatest things you could discover in your life is to have a mentor. Is to have somebody that could really tell you about what you can do. To have somebody that could really let you believe in who you are and who God had created you to be. Someone that will be able to teach you that your life is in your hands, that you can that life is predictable, that you can build the kind of life that you desire for yourself, that you can construct your own life, that you could be the architect of your own destiny. That life is based on principles, and that life is based on laws, and that if you discover the laws of life and the principles of life, you could take them and use those principles to become exactly all those things that are in your heart to become. That thing that God has called you to become, you could become it just by discovering those principles that make life to be predictable. This same principle that have made other people to become who they became. This same principle that other people have applied. Every successful person, all successful people use similar principles to become who they needed to become. But you have just followed the flow. You have just, followed the tide. You have just followed the flow of life, and you've just, listened to people and, reduce and turn your life into just a life of dream, emptiness, triviality, and just nothing to show for it. But the metamorphosis continues. What happens when you are now 30 years old? What metamorphosis has taken place? By 30, you are now dreaming of getting a raise at your workplace. At 30 years old, you are now working hard and praying and dreaming and hoping that they will give you a raise, a financial raise, a raise in your salary, that they will give you a promotion. So your dream now is about promotion. Maybe now it could make you from a worker to become a manager or a head of a department head. working for the vision of another man and dreaming that you'll be promoted. At 30, you are dreaming of promotion. You are dreaming of vacation. Can you imagine when has vacation become a dream? How could vacation become a dream? If you are in charge of your life, you never have to dream of vacation. Dreaming of vacation means that you are a slave under contract, under slavery, under somebody, and dreaming that the person who owns your life, who controls your life, will give you vacation. If you are in charge of your life, you will not be dreaming of vacation. If you are in charge of your life, you will not be dreaming of a raise. If you are in charge of your life, you will not be dreaming of promotion. So at first, you are dreaming of becoming the president. Secondly, you will be dreaming of getting a degree, college, university college. The next one, your dream is about getting a loan to buy an apartment or a car. The next place you are now dreaming of getting a raise at your job, getting a vacation, or getting some promotion. That is at 30. But something has happened, my dear. It is not just the dreams that are changing. You remember when you started dreaming, you were only 5. And now you are 30. Your life is quick disappearing. It's quick going, fast disappearing. You had all the life before at 5. By 30, you are about to be written off. Just a little bit before you are written off. Just a little bit left before you are written off. So that's why at 30, most people don't believe in any dream anymore. So what happens at 45? Let's see what happens at 45. What happens at 45? Can you imagine that people are dreaming of vacation? Can you just believe that? Since when has vacation become a dream? Or promotion a dream? Or a race a dream? If you have been the owner of your life, and if you have been working for your destiny, for your calling, for your purpose, investing in your land of promise, into whatever God has called you to be, adding value to yourself, adding value to your own land of promise, adding value to your product, adding value to a product or a service that you are creating that God has called you to do, then you will not be dreaming that somebody else will be doing you a favor by giving you vacation or a raise or promotion. That's what has happened to your dream, metamorphosis. But at 45, you begin to think that I just hope my children will do at least a few of those things that I dreamt of. You are now dreaming of what your kids could do. Hoping that they will make it. And hoping that maybe you will live long enough. You are now dreaming. Your dream has changed. You are dreaming to live long enough to see your grandchildren. To live long enough to see your children, your son, your daughter marry. That's now your dream. Which is already a sign of the end. A sign of hopelessness, giving up. But it's not too late, my friend. I want to tell you. You can still stop and take charge of your life. Take your life back. And one of the things you want to do is to take a break. I want to encourage all of you to do that. Take a break. You know, even Bill Gates, despite all his wealth and riches, he says it takes 2 weeks of break every year. and just locks himself away for 2 weeks. No wife, no children, nothing. Just by himself. And I want to challenge you to do the same thing. No matter how old you are, even if you are 70, take a break. And I don't know anybody who could teach you more principles and more life principles. It's not that I'm talking about myself or singing my own praise, but I just know what I can offer, and I know what I could give. So I want to encourage you to take as many of my books and as many of my messages. If you don't have money for book, go. They are free. So I'm not gaining anything from this. I'm not taking anything from this. So I don't have anything to gain. Go to the internet, YouTube, Sunday Adelaja Official. Go to the video blog. Go through all the list of the messages and see all the ones that you will need. Just take a break and lock yourself up somewhere. Listen for as long as possible and rebuild your life, reconstruct your life. Write these things down. Follow the principles. Start with how to find your calling and all that. Once if you have found your calling, that's okay. Look at them, put them in order. Follow them one by one, and then begin to reconstruct your life after the order. And maybe there are other people that I don't know that will be able to help you to construct with life principles on how to take back your life and reconstruct your life. You might want to begin to go and do that, but it starts with taking a break. But unfortunately, many of us are so sold out, neck deep in jobs and salaries, that we cannot even afford to take that break. We are so neck deep in frivolity that we cannot even afford to take a break just for ourselves. You give a whole life for a job. You give a whole life to boss, to salary, to anything, to anywhere, everybody. But you never even have 2 weeks or 1 week to stop and just invest and put something in yourself and reconstruct and just stop and rebuild and reconstruct your own life. Well, that's the first thing you need to do to take back your life. You need to stop. Take all the things that you have been taught. Just go away and come back from wherever you go to, from that break. Come back with a schedule, with a plan, with a diagram, with a picture of the next future that you want to build for yourself. It's never too late. The metamorphosis continue though. At 60, they send you away to die. At 60, most people go to pension. And you know it. And you know it. That when they tell you that it's your pension year, you yourself know that that's it. From 7 years when you started, and you didn't even know how this happened. How did this happen? I'm 60. How did this happen? When? How? I am 60. You want to tell me I should go on pension? You know what that means. That means go die. Sending you on pension means, I know, your time is over. Go die. And now you begin to have another dream. And your dream now, you know what? Is, I hope I will have a good pension years. I hope I could have a good pension years. If you're an American, you dream of Florida so that you could die peacefully. If you are in some other parts of the world, you are dreaming so that you just pray that you have enough to survive your pension years. That becomes your dream now. And if you're in Africa, you might be dreaming that you just pray that you will not go hungry and touched and wretched in your pension years. You just pray that you will be able to survive your pension years and die so that there will be something to bury you with. Metamorphosis of a life. How could this happen? How could people get to this point? from that 7-year-old kid, from that 7-year-old baby. I pray you that still have the time and opportunity, I pray that you will still be able to rebel against this scenario of life, against this life's metamorphosis, and stop this vicious circle and get the principles together and begin to live. I have a message. One of the messages I've taught here is called Life is Predictable. It's a series of maybe 10 messages. Life is predictable, maybe 14 messages that tells you that if you can get the principles of life, that you can become everything. And I gave some of those principles. Please, go do anything you need to do. Go to YouTube, go to SundayAdelajablog.com, find the video blog or the daily broadcast. Go through all the list of messages and begin to build your life. The life that is possible for you still. The life that you will not regret having. The life that will make you to be proud of what you have done. The life that will make God to be proud of you. The life that will make you to leave your footprint in the sand of history. The life that will make your children to be proud of you. The life that will make your Father in heaven to be proud of you. The life that will make God to welcome you and say, welcome, good and faithful servant. Stop dreaming. Let's start living. It's enough dreaming. It's time to begin to live. What time is it? Oh wow, I'm sorry. My time is over. My time is up. Please go share this link. If you care for someone else, if you care for anybody else apart from yourself, go share the link. Let's go share this link. Let's go share the link. Go share the link. Look for a share button. Go share the link. And once you share the link, I want you to write also your impressions. I want you to write your conclusions, your decisions, and your lessons, the lesson you are taking for yourself from this moment, from this session. And what your decisions, how is your life going to change after tonight? What's going to happen to you? And what is this doing to you? What's going on in your heart? What's going on in your spirit right now? Write something. I want to begin to read right now what people are writing. Obi Ojimadu said, just like the metamorphosis of a butterfly, the egg dreams to become the beautiful butterfly. The beautiful butterfly we see is, I can't see the whole thing. Let me see. No problem. Shola Lamudi said, oh my, this message is a harsh reality of how the majority of us are living. I've begun to use your messages. Thank you. Ufoma said, with you, sir, change has begun. Change is here. I'm not the same. Nothing is the same. God help me. All things are possible. Elizabeth Ali is saying, in 1 month of listening to Pastor Sunday, I indeed believe that life is predictable. Victoria Salau say, thanks, Daddy, for this word tonight. Nikki Christian said, Pastor, thank you so much for this message of life changing. Then I used to be employed. I never kept any job because of the boss. Bukola Dedoyin said, real truth, God bless you. I'm taking a break to reconstruct my life. Queen Vero said, thank you, Pastor. I've learned a lot today. But, sir, I want you to teach us on some life opportunities some can take. Yeah, I already taught on life opportunities. Go look for my series, especially on finances. Go look for those series, please. I cannot be repeating what I've spoken about before. You go get the recordings and listen to them again. Daniel Oshoma said, see the pictures of our covenant parents through the scriptures. We shall overcome. The light is on and darkness will never comprehend. Shi Gongwafo said, some have spent too much years in the cocoon and never just fly. Glory Baye said, wow, Pastor, all I can say is thank you for allowing God to use you to free us today. Amen. Paul said, please, Pastor, how can we get your books here in Nigeria? I'm really enjoying my time with you. My books, you can find my books on okadabooks.com, okadabooks.com, and also on books, different bookstores. They are all over Nigeria. Obi said, just like the metamorphosis is a butterfly, okay, the eggs dream to become the beautiful butterfly. Okay, I read that. I couldn't see the whole thing. Shigo said, thank God that it's never too late. E.D. Peter, thank you for this. This is boom. I'm living my dream daily. Thank you. Abraham Shuku said, Pastor, I will arise and apply these principles. Oh, that is so encouraging. Thank you for that. Thank you for telling me that. And Omojowo said, God bless you, sir. Wow. Mbaba Azi, pure truth. The truth is about to set me free. Thank you, Pastor. God bless you. Maria Makajiola said, hello, sir. Are you going to have the book from Gardener to President translated into English? Maria, I will have it translated to English only if you or any other person that is here will volunteer to help me convert them into proper English or to translate them into proper English. So I'm using this opportunity to call upon anyone that knows how to correct a book or translate a book. Not translate, I will give you the translated copy, but we need to have it written in the English language, proper English, or to have them corrected in proper English. So if you could help us do that, please write to me. My email is pastor@godembassy.org. Pastor@godembassy.org. Matthias says, thanks, Pastor, always opening my eyes. Now I can see clearly and wisely. God bless you. Shegun said, this is a tough one. God have mercy on us. Idakwo said, Pastor, God bless you, but I don't know how to escape from this bondage, even as I try to build a prison. You've got to go build a prison and take into that prison with you, take all my messages, as many as you could get, especially from coming from this platform. Take as many as you get, go and listen to them, as many as long as possible. You begin to get pictures as a result. Dreams will begin to arise in you, and you'll be able to see how you could arrange and reconstruct your life. That is how to begin. Olukemi says, my email, I already said it, is pastor@godembassy.org. Godembassy.org. Mekele Me says, I have always knew at 50, I have just started. This message makes it more encouraging. Thank you, sir. Yetunde say, oh my God, Pastor Sunday, you have hit me hard tonight and sparked something up in me. They say when siblings go into a room, Ronke Kennedy said, Pastor, someone is pretending to be you on Facebook. Oh yeah, that happens all the time. I'm so sorry. But, please, you know who I am, and I have a message out there that is warning people against that. We are closing five fake Facebook pages every week. 5 fake pages every week. So, we don't know how to fight that more than that. Nkem Dike said, I thank God I have you as my mentor, so I have taken the decision to start living, not just dreaming. Clement says, I'm going to draw a picture of my life, to reconstruct, to predict my life. It's time to live my life. I will no longer allow anyone or word to, I can hear to see the rest. Gregory Wealthy says, I'm reconstructing my life now, Pastor. Bonaventure said, pension is very important to everyone. I'm sorry to say, but my dad never made out any investment throughout his life. Yeah. Anastasia says, and McDonald, I feel like one has been in a coma and is waking up to something they vaguely recall, but needs to revisit that child of picture. Christina Lampe said, I'm crying, Pastor, for many people that are dying without receiving the opportunity to live again by what you are teaching. God bless. Anyone that said they could edit the book, you just go ahead and write me. Write me to pastor@godembassy.org. Olotu Babatunde said, this is a life-touching message, and I've had a lot to learn from you. Ugo Emeka said, this is a very emotional message for me. How the years are wasted for many years of religious people in Africa. Nkem is asking, is the book in Ukrainian and Russian? It's in Russian, but we could translate it. We could translate it through Google Translation. And then, the most important thing is for someone to be there to, be able to help us get it in proper English. Shoma is saying, I have found my mentor in Pastor Sunday. All I need to do is get all his teachings and materials and internalize them. Afolabi Victor says, sir, I have decided to take this message to secondary schools in my state through my NGO, Think Africa Initiative, to help save. Brilliant. This is so brilliant. Great idea. Because we have to do something. We have to do something. Ekun Sami said, okay, about the fake Facebook page. Or look at me say, yeah, someone, okay, forget about this one. Shigo said, I'm sober after this message. Yep. Well, you guys, it's been nice to be with you. It's been nice to be with you, and I'll be back tomorrow. I come back every morning, 7:30 a.m. British time, and that's the same 7:30 a.m. Nigerian time. And then in the evening, 7 p.m. British time and 7 p.m. Nigerian time. But in the U.S., it's 2:30 a.m. Eastern time and 2 p.m. Eastern time. Wow, Annette Bradley from U.S. is still, you are not sleeping, my God. Each time I listen to your messages, I'm slowly dying to the old me, developed by the world system and evolving into to be the true me. Yeah, Annette, you are not sleeping. That should be, wow, great courage. No, it's afternoon in your place. It's afternoon really, right? It's not time to sleep. Okay, it's in the morning that it's night in your place. Layo Charles Emmanuel says, wow, Oga is well. Please, I beg, if you have kids from 5 years old, let them feed on these messages until they are drunk from it. Esther Kuganja says, Pastor, I've noticed that you show the book upside down. Okay, is it upside down? Is it supposed to be like this? I normally show it this way, but if that is upside down, then I will do it like this. Can you see it properly like that? No? Is it now okay? You see?
It's like,
it's upside down now.
Yeah.
can you see how it's, what is it? You see?
Maybe we have a problem with the computer. I don't know, but that's the computer.
It's like a mirror.
That is the computer. That is I think we need to fix. We need to probably fix something with the computer. It's the problem with the computer. It's not me. I'm showing it properly, but it is the internet that is not showing it well. Flair Karen says, I can start to dream again like a child and work to achieve all those dreams. Many thanks to you, Pastor Sunday, for your teachings. Ola Martin said, thank you so much for this message that's woken me up. And one day says, Pastor, you have just spoken to me. I have had dreams in every area of my life, yet none has been fulfilled. Thanks for this message. Yetunde said, we love you, Pastor Sunday. Thank you, my dear. Modupe said, many live a life of struggle throughout lifetime, only to hope that their children will take care of them at old age. Wow. Paul Shwara said, you are already my mentor on Facebook. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. And we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Blessing.